Have you noticed how smartphones are starting to blur the line between futuristic gadgets and something that actually feels alive in your hand? Well, the Galaxy S26 Ultra might be the boldest example yet. This thing isn't just another yearly refresh, it's shaping up to rewrite the Ultra playbook in ways that longtime fans may not even be ready for. From design twists that change how it feels in your palm to secretive new tech inside the display, to a processor so powerful it makes last year's flagship look outdated. This is not the Galaxy Ultra you've been used to. And trust me, some of the leaks sound almost too wild to believe. Welcome back, viewers. JMS here. Make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these updates. Now, let's dive in. First off, the design story is fascinating. Remember how the S24 Ultra had that ultra boxy look? It was sharp, aggressive, and kind of futuristic, but it also dug into your hand if you held it for too long. Then Samsung softened things up with the S25 Ultra, giving it curved corners that felt more comfortable but still carried a touch of that Note DNA. Now, the S26 Ultra, leaks suggest Samsung is going even rounder. We're talking curves so noticeable that Note loyalists might do a double take. The message is clear comfort over nostalgia. But here's the real cliffhanger. If Samsung is willing to ditch such an iconic part of the Note's design, what else could they be preparing us for? It's not just the shape. The bezels are about to practically vanish. The S26 Ultra is tipped to feature a massive 6.89-inch display, technically bigger than the S25 Ultra's screen, yet the phone itself doesn't get any larger. How? Samsung is trimming those edges down so thin that it might feel like you're just holding pure glass. And while that sounds cool, the whispers say the real upgrade is hidden, something called FlexMagic Pixel technology. Imagine a screen that protects your privacy by making it harder for strangers to peek at what you're watching on the train. If Samsung nails this, it could be the kind of subtle but genius feature that changes how we use phones in public. Now let's talk cameras, because this is where things get spicy. Recent Ultras had those floating lenses, each one separate on the back. Clean, minimal, futuristic. But rumors say the S26 Ultra is bringing back the camera island, grouping the lenses together in a raised housing. At first glance, it might feel like a step backward. But here's the twist. That extra space could allow Samsung to pack in upgraded sensors, especially for the main and telephoto shooters. Bigger sensors mean better low, light shots, sharper zoom, and richer detail. So yeah, the return of the island might actually be hiding a major leap in photo and video quality. And performance. Let's just say Samsung is swinging for the fences. Enter the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. The early benchmarks are already insane. Around 18% better in single core and over 20% in multi-core compared to the S25 Ultra. And that's not even the full picture. Because while the S26 Edge gets the 4.0 GHz version of this chip, the Ultra is tipped to run an exclusive 4.7 GHz monster. That could push scores to nearly 12,000 in multi-core, which is desktop-class power in your pocket. Combine that with upgraded RAM tech, and you're looking at a phone that laughs at multitasking and runs high-end games like they're nothing. But here's the part no one saw coming. Samsung teaming up with Apple in ways that sound unreal. A major report says Samsung is set to supply Apple with a brand new generation of camera sensors, breaking Sony's decade-long monopoly on iPhone cameras. If true, future iPhones could carry Samsung-made sensors right alongside their Samsung-made displays. Think about that for a second. Two of the biggest rivals in tech, working together on the very parts that make their phones stand out. It's like Nike making shoes for Adidas. The partnership won't impact the iPhone 17, but beyond that, the future gets very interesting. Of course, competition is still fierce, especially in markets like India, where Samsung is holding strong as the #2 smartphone maker. Despite brutal pressure from rivals, Apple sits way down the list, proving that even with all its prestige, the iPhone isn't invincible everywhere. That context makes Samsung's aggressive push with the S26 Ultra even more exciting. They're not just refining a phone, they're playing for global dominance. So what we're looking at is a Galaxy S26 Ultra that's thinner, lighter, more comfortable, and more powerful than ever, while quietly reshaping what the Ultra brand even means. The only question is whether fans of the old Note style boxiness will embrace the rounder, sleeker look, or if nostalgia will make them miss those sharp corners. One thing's for sure, Samsung isn't afraid to push boundaries, and this time, that boldness might just redefine the flagship game.